and start streaming because you want to be able to set up your settings to make it look good. So I'm going to on your YouTube channel. So once you've done your settings set up, so that all you that are going to go for internet speed. So I'm going to show you
Okay, just doing some audio tests and checking on my phone to make sure this works before I switch over to another screen. Okay, just doing some audio tests and checking on my phone to make sure this works. Okay, just doing some audio tests and checking on my phone to make sure this works. Okay, it seems to be working. So, time to switch over to Blender. I'm not going to be doing anything Blender-wise, but I might as well just have it there. So, how do I do that? OBS. There we go. Hello everyone. I'm surprised there's actually people here. I didn't expect that. I was sort of expecting to do like a presentation without anyone here. So, that's good that there's people here. I'm just going to be using this Vroid avatar because I didn't really want to use a webcam and I ran out of time to actually prepare anything original, so I just exported this thing. But yeah, let's just go over what I'm... Yo, what's up? Alright, so let's just go over what I'm planning to talk about during this stream. It's just going to be short, just going to be a quick update on what I'm planning to do with the channel because I hit monetization and I just thought about, alright, what am I going to do with this now? And so yeah, this is what this video is going to be. I'm going to upload it to YouTube afterwards, and yeah. So what I'm going to be talking about is basically just one project that I'm going to be working on and just going into details about that one project, and then I'm going to be talking about another project that, well, not a project, but basically what I've been doing currently, but how I'm going to sort of change and go about it a little bit differently. But okay, so with that, let's talk about the first project. So, with the first project, I've always wanted to do like an actual animation. As much as I like making the characters, I wanted to make an actual like animation, but I haven't really been sure what I wanted to do an animation of. I've been like looking around at other channels, seeing what I could do, and I've been seeing a lot of like animated music clips recently, so I was like, you know what, I reckon I could do that. So I found a music video that I liked, and let's switch over to it. I think it's this one. This one, yep. So I found this music video that I liked, and I contacted the person who made it, and I organized it with them, and they gave me permission to like make a music video out of it. So that's basically one of the major turning points I'm going to be doing with the channel now, is that half of my time is going to be doing this project. Now, the thing that I'm not sure how I'm going to do it is like how I'm actually going to make videos out of this type of project. If I'm going to do just one big video after like 6 months of like, oh, here's this animated video and all the steps involved, or if I should try break it up. And yeah, so let's just talk about. So here's the, you can see the link and stuff. So if you want some time, yeah, Miku, man, who doesn't love fucking Miku? Like, yeah, I've been getting a lot of like Miku songs. I don't know why, recommended to me recently, and I've just gone down a rabbit hole, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to make something around it. It's like, it's pretty good. But what am I talking about? Yeah, so I'll give you like, it's only 1 minute long, so if you want to check it out, I'll just give you some time right now to check it out, and I'm just going to quickly go over my notes to see what the hell I'm talking about. Oh, actually, I just realized, people who are watching it and after the stream, actually no, people who watch it at YouTube can just look it up themselves. No worries, man. Thanks for coming. Like, I'm actually, like, yeah, it's cool that you actually showed up in the first place. It's my fault that I was late by quite a bit. Like, I was supposed to start like a couple of hours ago, but I went, I didn't realize that with YouTube you have to set up the thing, and then it takes 24 hours to begin. So when I went on it last night, it was like, it was already at like, how do I say this? It was like 23 hours before like the schedule when I already scheduled it, so I had to move it up. And my computer has just been completely bricked, so I'm actually streaming it off my laptop because I can't figure out how to get my computer to work. So that also set me back an hour. So yeah, don't worry about it. Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for coming. Okay, so please enable subtitle. Oh yeah, I'll do that for sure. I'll probably, yeah. Alright, cool. So what was I doing? Okay, so I got this little video clip, and I'm gonna be making a music video, and I got a translation from the person who made it. Now, and this is it. So basically, because when I was first watching this video, like it sounded like really happy to me. So I was just like, oh, this is a nice happy song. I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's I'm gonna have them like have a dream sequence, maybe go into space, like just do some fun things around space. And then I got the translation and it was just like, oh, it's apparently a little bit depressing, the music video, but I guess I should have expected that since it was Miku, but yeah. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be doing about the story. This is one of the reasons I made the video, was that like I was hoping to get some ideas from other people to try like, because what my current idea is at the moment, oh wait, my avatar's in the way, get out of here. Okay, so what one of my current ideas at the moment is to do like a WALL-E type situation, where it's like there's a alien ship that everyone's in, and everything's like overly automated and people aren't interacting. Basically just WALL-E. And the reason I plan on doing that is because I'm a little confused about how the story works, because it says she's trying to ask for help but doesn't know how to, and everyone thinks she's a strange person, and it's just like, why do they think she's a strange person if there's an alien like consuming the planet? There's like, is it like, are they secretly doing it? Is this metaphorical? I don't really know. There's a bit of a language barrier, so it's a bit hard for me to sort of understand what it's really about. But hopefully everyone else who sees this and has a look at the script can give me some ideas, because I don't have very good ones at the moment. But yeah, so I probably won't contact the artist who made the song though until I actually have like a character model. I'll probably still make a video of me making the character model, because I'm going to try to use grease pencil that I haven't done before, so that might be a little bit of an adventure. But yeah, so that's the main thing that I'm doing with that. Now, as for the second part, with the second part is that, as you know, I make a lot of videos where I have, how do I say, yeah, I have like characters and stuff like that. See, this is why I script all my videos, because I can't think very well. Maybe they don't trust her. See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, oh, you know, they don't trust her, but she's Miku. Like, why wouldn't you trust Miku? I don't know. How does that make sense? Like, I'm guessing like everyone like has like the alien has the admiration of like everyone around them, so maybe they're just too infatuated to see like that he's doing it, but I'm not sure how to sort of communicate that in 1 minute while also establishing like other things. But yeah. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so with the other thing is that recently I went to like a local networking thing with local artists, because I'm like, alright, it's time for me to actually like interact with people and shit like that. And it was a lot more business oriented, or like business focused than I thought it was going to be. But it ended up being a good thing. And people like had a look at my stuff and they gave me some advice, and they're like, and the main takeaway from it was basically like, instead of making $0 from what you do, how about you make some dollars? And I was like, yeah, that's not a bad idea, maybe. So I'm going to try spin the character models into a way that I can actually like monetize it. So instead of doing like random fan art and like concepts that I like that I find online, I'm going to try to make like characters for Booth or Booth. And if you don't know what Booth is, it's like this marketplace for like VR avatars and stuff. Honestly, I'm not too familiar with it, but you know, you can buy VR chat avatars on it. So people were telling me to like, you know, try sell some of the avatars and that. So I was like, okay, I'll try that. So from going forth, the characters I'll be making are probably going to be a little less in like quality wise and maybe not as appealing, since I'm going to have to try and make them original, or else, you know, I can't sell them. And that is, you know, how that one's going to go forward with that. So I just thought I would just like throw that out there to be like, hey, like, you know, going to be changing like that type of stuff. Now oh, thank you for liking the videos. I put a lot of time into the videos, which might not show. It's gotten to the point where it's actually taking me longer to make the videos than it is for me to make the characters now, which is a bit of a problem. But yeah, I just have a real hard time like writing the script and trying to communicate, because it's just like it's one of the reasons I don't do tutorials. Like people have asked me to do tutorials and stuff, but I just it's too much. Can't do that. Now, I was going to show you some examples of what I was currently working on, because the way I plan on making original content from now on with the avatars was to focus more on introducing photogrammetry sort of workflow into the mix. And so I was going to show you like the test scans and stuff that I've been doing, just to give you an idea of the type of quality that I'd be getting out of that, and like, you know, just be talking about that. But as I said, my computer isn't really working at the moment, so my hands are a little bit tied with that one, which sort of sucks, because that was going to be a large part of this stream, and then I get home from work and my computer's just not working. It's just like, god damn it, why today of all days? Why you gotta do this to me, life? But anyway, let's have a look at the notes. What else was I supposed to talk about? Yeah, I showed it on Twitter. Like, that example wasn't, like, I consider that a failure case. It was alright. Like, it had, like, nice, like, creases in some areas, but the main problem with that one was that while the result was good enough, the process to make the result was just not good enough. It took way too much time. I think that's why my computer's bricked at the moment, is because I've been doing like the processing, and it's been taking like 24 hours to process the models. So I think having my computer run for that long has sort of fucked it. So yeah, there might be delays in the videos for a bit because of that. Might need to buy a new computer, which sucks, but once I've got it, oh, I'll be pumping it out like crazy, you know, doing scans and stuff. But what was I talking about next? Learning stuff, blah blah. Yeah, 24 hours. I just it was a long time, like a long time. Like I started yesterday processing it at midday. No, I started like as soon as I woke up, I took the photos of another thing I was trying to do an experiment on, and then I started the process, and it was going, and it was going, and I ended up just like going on my laptop playing games because I couldn't use my computer. And then when I was like gonna go to bed, I had to look at it, and it was like still going, and said it had like 12 hours left, and I was just like, god damn it. So and then like today I went to work and I came back and it was finally done. But even though it was done, the computer just it was really, really laggy. And I don't know why it was. I thought maybe it was a memory issue, maybe that the process had like, maybe there was some temporary files, but the memory was fine. I was looking at the task manager and the GPU was only on like 5% and the CPU was only 5% and the RAM was only at like 10-20% because of Mozilla, because that's very memory intensive. And yeah, everything was just really choppy and I was like, okay, this is my life now. But oh well, I'll fix that. Now, enough complaining about that. God damn it, Close. You gotta focus on more important things. So, something else I wanted to do in this video was just to like browse the web and just look at and just talk about different resources on like doing 3D stuff, because I get a lot of comments, like a lot, about, oh, can you make a tutorial? And like when I post to Reddit, people are like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? And like I figure that I might as well just just discuss it and then make a video about it. But I'm too lazy to make an actual proper video about it, so I was just like, hey, why not just squeeze it into this stream? You know, do some updates, talk about some resources, chill for a bit, and hopefully have it good. So that's what we're going to be doing now. We're going to have a look at some things. Now, let me just bring up the old Mozilla. So the first thing I'm going to look at is, I'm pretty sure most people would be aware of it, since it's basically my default answer to like whenever anyone gives me this question. But if you want to learn stylized stuff, I think the best place to start off with is, let's have a look. Is this one, the Blender NPR show. Now, they don't make videos anymore, which is really upsetting. It was actually my goal for quite a bit to have like one of my artworks featured on it. But unfortunately, you know, it stopped work. They stopped making videos and that never came to be. But you can see that there's still like a lot of stuff here. And like even like stuff like this, which is more specific to which is more focused and not as general as the shows. So like I think like the very first place you should go to if you want to learn like this type of stylized artwork is, you know, the BNPR show. These shows basically have a bunch of showcases of other people's work, so you can get inspired and stuff. They have like each of these videos have their own like highlights of different tutorials to look at and stuff. And overall, it's just a really good resource, and you should look at that. Okay, now let me try to think of another one. I didn't plan the things I was going to be looking at, so I'm just going to wing it. And actually, I need to bring up my phone. That'll probably be easier. Oh, you know what? Next channel we should look at, Chris Toff. Is that what it's called? Chris Toff. YouTube Blender. Yep, this is the right one. Alright, the next channel I recommend you to look at is this one. Christoph is a guy who does a lot of shader work, and it's really good. I'm pretty sure I actually got into Blender, NPR, all that type of stuff is because of this channel, because of the Grass Ghibli channel. I think that was the first artwork too that I posted on Twitter, and it was like the first piece of art that I ever posted on like online social media. So I highly recommend this channel because it's pretty much the thing that got me into stylized rendering in the first place. And they have a lot of focus on like nodes and stuff. like, how do I describe it? So they have a lot of focus on the shader editor. So when you look at their videos, they're going to be like jumping into the shader editor, and they're going to show you how to procedurally create stuff. They'll show you how to like mix noises, how to blend these type of noises together, and I think it's just a really good way, like for like especially like for me example, when I was first learning, I didn't really have any good understanding on how to like mix colors or anything like that, or really how to like create like a good image at all. So having like this sort of basic sort of way of like thinking about it, of just mixing procedural noise together, was I think a very good way to go about learning this type of thing. So that's recommendation number 2 of what you should be looking at if you want to learn stylized rendering and stuff. Alright, let's switch back to this. Alright, time to look up another thing. So wait, when did you start 3D modeling then? When did I start 3D modeling? I started 3D modeling. When was that? It was quite. Oh, actually, no. I started 3D modeling like almost a decade ago. Like, but my how it was very inconsistent of me doing it. So the first time I ever did any sort of 3D stuff was when I was like 14, and I did a traineeship. I think that's what it's called, for like a media Cert 3 degree, and I basically just, and in that sort of thing, I learned to make like basic 3D animation and stuff like that. But then I didn't do any of that for like years and years until I became an adult, and then I started getting back into 3D animation again. And when I did get back into it, I wasn't really interested in doing like cartoony stuff. I was more interested in doing like, oh, actually, no, I was interested in doing cartoony stuff. No, that's right. But I was more interested in actual animation, like animating, not creating models and rendering and all that type of stuff. So, I was interested in animating, but I sucked at animating, and I was really lazy. And I just played games all day, and eventually I switched over to like doing photogrammetry, which is the stuff I'm trying to reintroduce into my workflow now. And I don't remember it taking so long, but apparently it takes this long. It takes 24 hours. So I think I'm doing something wrong that I don't remember. But yeah, I was doing like photorealistic stuff and rendering. Like I watched like some Blender Guru type of videos, and like that's that type of stuff. And yeah, it wasn't until like maybe it was 2019 or 2020. When did I first post my thing on Twitter? I'm gonna assume 2020 was when I actually started doing like environments and stuff. And then even then, yeah, actually, yeah. So I never really made characters until like last year when I started doing the anime characters. Oh yeah, I didn't really ever do characters. I did some like 3D modeling with like the um what is it called? I did 3D model, like I did do like one course because I went to uni for animation because I was mainly focused on animation, and in that I did like one course where I did like an animated like a character that I modeled, and that was like trash. And then I didn't do any characters ever again until like the last year or so when I started doing anime characters. And yeah, so that was a very long tangent for a very short question, but hopefully that gives insight to that. All right. So, actually, I just remembered. What is this? Wait, what was it called? I think this is the correct one. Yes, sirree. There we go. So, recommendation number 3 of something that you should... Oh, wow, that far back, because it seemed like you started more earlier than when I saw your channel on Twitter. Yeah, like I've been doing 3D stuff for a long time. I just never actually showed anyone or posted it online. It wasn't until I made my Twitter account and posted to that is when I actually started doing it. And it also meant, it was also good because I actually started getting a lot better, a lot faster when I was actually sharing it with people. So yeah, that's something that you guys should all do. Anyone who watches this after I upload it, make sure to like actually share your stuff and get feedback. And yeah, because when I was just making stuff on my own, not really sharing it, just I kept making projects and then quitting and then starting and then quitting and never really finishing anything. But yeah, with when I came to the stylized thing, it's when I actually started being like finishing stuff, and so yeah, that was good, and that worked out. So recommendation number 3 is Lightning Boy Studios. Now this too is like the other one we looked at, where they, this cloud video, for example, goes over a lot of like shader node editor, and they go over like, materials and stuff. But, they also have stuff like this, like facial rig, and honestly, like a lot of these videos, like there's not as that many videos, but they're all really good quality. Like I would recommend like watching, maybe not all of the videos if you're not interested in like rigging, for example, but like if you want to like, I would say probably watch this one because it shows some useful techniques for like baking in Eevee. I don't know if that's outdated now, but it was pretty useful at the time, so maybe that's not a good opinion. But this one's still pretty good. Like the clouds are awesome and stuff, so that's also a good one. It shows you how to make clouds. So if you look at like some renders that I've done in the past, I've used this shader, and when it comes to clouds, I really feel like you should just probably learn a bunch of different ways of doing clouds because, Christoph, for example, has his own clouds shader, and they're both stylized, but they also look sort of different. And, especially when you're like looking at clouds and stuff, you have different types of clouds that have different sort of textures and spread out in different sort of ways. So, having different noises that generate different shapes, give you different effects, is probably good. So if you want to learn clouds, don't just stop at one cloud. Look at and get a bunch of different clouds. Now, I was saying a lot about yeah, it's a really good channel. Like it's a really, really good channel, and I highly recommend it. So I'm gonna just look at my YouTube again, just to look through my stuff to see if I find anything else that I should be pointing out. Oh, actually, I'll save that one for later because that's not really a tutorial. That's more of a tool. Oh, this is a channel that I should be recommending. Okay. Give me a second. It might be hard to do this one because it's not in English, so I'm going to have to just type the video name and hopefully it comes up. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Okay, cool. I found it. So, this is the other recommendation. This channel. This channel has time lapses, and also in very well explained. Like even though it's not English, it's captioned, and it's still extremely well explained on how to like do stuff. So you have like how to make hands, how to make an anime head, how to make hair, um, another making of a head sort of thing, and you also have like time lapses, so you can like look at his like workflow to see like how he does things. And I would highly recommend, if you're doing like anime characters, to watch this video, this video, this video. Mainly these three videos actually. This one, and this one. How to make the head and how to make the hair, because this hair technique is the one that I used quite a bit. Maybe not exactly, but it's like the curves. And how do you explain it? It's the curves that has the not extrude. Actually, I'm just going to switch to Blender to quickly check what it's called. So we go to curves, path, look here, geometry, bevel, that's the one. So yeah, it goes over how to use like the bevel workflow, and it also goes over more specific sort of things to do to get more control over it that I don't normally do because I'm just lazy and I can't remember how to do it, and I'm too lazy to look up the video again. But if you want to learn how to do it the proper way, that's the channel. Oh, yeah. Like, I imagine, like, there would be a lot of overlap with my interests with the same people that watch my videos, because pretty much my video is basically just a derivative of, like, a lot of other video, like, channels and stuff that exist. Because I just make anime characters, and this is a channel about just, making anime characters. So it's like, there definitely would be some overlap if you have interest in my channel. You probably would have already seen them, especially since they're, like, a lot bigger of a channel than I am. But yeah, highly recommend watching this one. Alright, time to go back to my phone to find something else. Wait, what is my OBS looking at right now? It's looking at Blender. Cool, we should be doing that. I'm taking a while, so I'm just going to quickly do something that I know off the top of my head. Let's try this one. So another channel that you should probably check out, which you probably already know, but just in case you don't, is this channel, Stylized Station. It's another channel that basically just goes over how, basically how to make stylized art, how to make stylized 3D stuff. As you can see, they have a lot of videos. And because they have a lot of videos, they also have a lot of diversity with the type of videos they have. Some of them are more tutorial based, others have like a more of a, like, I think there's like been videos where they like get someone who's like good and has the person who's made it explain it and stuff. And yeah, they just got a lot of good videos about environment art and stuff like that, and stylized art. And I would highly recommend that you to look at this channel too if you're interested in it. Have you got any book recommendations as well? Anatomy for Sculptors, Understanding the Human Figure. No, I don't have any books, unfortunately. If you have some books, okay. So what do you recommend? Anatomy for Sculptors, Understanding the Human Figure. Yeah. No, I'm not really a big reader. Um, I don't really have any books. But speaking of sculpting, you just reminded me of another, um, what is it called? Another channel that I should be showing you guys. But yeah, um, is there any books that I have read actually? I've read a couple because I did go to the uni for animation, so obviously I read the Animation Survival Guide. Is that what it's called? It's something like that. Animated Survival Kit, something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time. I don't really remember. I haven't animated in many years. I think the last animation I did was like the cat, like the one from Kono. What is it called? Konosuba or something like that. Um, so what was that you reminded me? So talking about learning anatomy and stuff like that, another channel I recommend is this Proco. Very good channel. Pretty much what I've been watching ever since I started trying to learn like anatomy and stuff like that. Um, a lot of the videos are not safe for work, so don't be watching this on the train or the bus. Like you might not be the safest bet. But yeah, it's now this obviously it's heavily biased towards drawing, but in the end of the day, while you do have 3D models, it's still just like the end result's still like a picture. So having an understanding of how to make appealing pictures definitely helps, and like just knowing how to look at stuff and see an image that and shapes is very important. Like so, I think this is a really good, like a really good channel. There's like a lot of stuff on anatomy, and they have like and they also have like a 3D aspect to it as well, because they don't just like do drawings on how to do anatomy. They have like a 3D skeleton where they get 3D muscles, um, and they basically like attach the muscles and show you how the muscles work and how they actually function. Like it's really good. I would I would highly recommend watching the playlists on like anatomy for artists or something like that. Is that what it's called? Anatomy of the Human Body for Artists. Yeah. So, oh shit! I do not want to get. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So don't. Yeah. So I would show you, but some of the imagery can be a bit much. So I'm going to not show it because I don't know what's allowed on streams. I've never done streams. I haven't bothered looking up the guidelines and stuff, and I don't really want to risk it. But basically, yeah, it has 3D elements to it. It has a 3D character. There's the 3D skeleton that you could saw in the thumbnail where it has the muscles that attach it, and it shows you how the muscles extend and stuff, and how they attach. And yeah, it's a really good resource. I 100% recommend to check that one out. Honestly, I think I would honestly recommend you if you want to make character. I would prioritize it over every single other channel I've shown you so far. I feel like it's much more important if you're making characters that channel than all the others. So like that's how much I want to stress that point. Yeah. Oh, you haven't heard of that channel? Well, now you do. Clay. Okay, cool. I was hoping, I was a little worried that if I went over these channels, like, it's just going, because, because it's stuff that I'm interested in, I make content about the stuff I'm interested in. I was assuming there's going to be a lot of overlapping. Yeah, that was, yeah, I don't want to get the bad hammer. Like, I just got the YouTube partner thing. I don't want to just immediately lose it. So, we are not going to be clicking on any videos. We're just going to be looking at the thumbnails, because that should be, and that should be enough. Okay, so let's switch back to this, and let me bring out the trusty phone and keep scrolling through my likes and seeing what other stuff that I've forgotten to time. Oh, you know what? This isn't really actually this is a video that's more related to what I've been doing recently about making a VTuber model and stuff like that. So in like my last video I made a VTuber model, and as you know in my videos they don't really explain shit a lot of the time. I didn't go over it because I thought it was really boring. I didn't want to talk about it. But when you're exporting as an FBX to Unity, you need Unity to have certain packages in order to import VRM and export VRM, and to have all those sort of things like the spring bones and stuff like that. But I didn't go over any of that stuff in my video because it's just technical jargon stuff I didn't really feel like talking about. But other people have talked about it and actually explained it. So that's what I'm going to show you for the next video. Let me just Google this one. Where is it? Video. Videos. Oh, I found a channel. I just need to find the video. Okay, let me now switch back. Boom, this is the video. So if you want to know, never touch video. Yeah, I mean, I was tempted to go into more detail about the VRM stuff and like explain stuff, but the thing is that I'm honestly not that experienced with it. The last character I made was the second character I ever made with it, and the first one I made was like the maid character that I made, and yeah, I'm always like I really don't want to frame like yeah, it's hard to talk about a lot of stuff, especially when I don't know what I'm talking about. So I do tend to sort of gloss over a lot of things, and it also just comes back to the thing where I'm not really too interested in like tutorials. But I guess in the future I should start putting actual tutorials to the things that I do in my description. So when I just gloss over something, I can maybe just give people an actual resource they can use to do it better. But this is the video that I would recommend, and the video that I watched a while back, that goes over a lot of detail about like making a VRM character. It also shows how to make it for VRChat too, so like you get both the best of both worlds. It's very long, and you can see it's like 2 hours and 40 minutes, and sometimes it can get a little confusing, but I think when it comes to this, it's probably easier to just watch this 2 hour long video and to just to watch that than to watch like a 10-minute video that shows you a quick sort of thing of how to get a character into like VRChat, because I don't know. I haven't really found a good video on how to like do like the VRM models and stuff like that, and like you probably could just watch a 10-minute videos if you're already familiar with Unity, but as someone who had never used Unity before, like trying to watch them, it was just like, what am I doing? I need like 2000 or what version? Like what's happening? Like what are they talking about? I don't know. So this one goes into a lot more detail, and they also have like a full series on making a character completely from scratch. So I would I would definitely recommend this video if you're interested in making an actual like VTuber avatar, since you know it actually they actually put in the effort, unlike me, to explain how to do it properly. Yeah, generally, yeah. The longer it is, the more depth it is, but not always. Sometimes you can. I found videos where it's long, but it's because the person just doesn't get to the point. So this one can be a little ranty at times, but I think it's worth the trade-off since there's a lot of good info in here. Alright, time to keep scrolling. So I'm going to switch back to Blender. Oh, that's a channel that I haven't thought about in a while. Okay, yep. Give me a second. So, this next channel is this one, Version of Reality. It is a person who goes into a lot of technical detail when it comes to like normals and stuff like that, and line work and basic and complicated sort of node like it's very advanced a lot of the time. I would say this isn't something you should probably get into as a beginner. Um, this one like can be really complicated, um, to the point where I feel like you sort of need a more like a very technical background to a certain degree to understand some of the stuff. Like sometimes like I have like a bit of a technical background because I've done some Blender add-on things, and I know how to do like transforms and stuff like that, and I understand normals. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, what is he talking about? I don't know. But yeah, it's really good. I think he's been going to more geometry nodes recently, but honestly, I haven't been really watching the videos. I've If you've seen my videos, I'm not super into using real-time lighting for my characters. I like one of the reasons I did this character. Oh, that's something I was supposed to say. Yeah. So if you're looking at this character, it probably looks very similar to a character that I did in one of my other videos, like the other sort of like the one that looks like a Pokemon character. Um, oh wait, I can just look at my channel. I can do that. Give me a second. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it the procedural lighting for anime characters can be such a pain. So yeah, if you're trying to use like lighting and stuff, then their thing is very important to look at. I reckon theirs was probably the best one to look at because they show you how to like fix all those normal errors. But that's if you're going for that more clean shell shaded sort of style. I would say to go for that one. But I'm not too into that style. Like this character here is like this one here. So it's like the same proportions, the same flat lighting, see flat lighting, big outlines. Like this one's even more like simplified. So that's another reason I wanted to do this video, is because there's no lighting, so I didn't have to worry about that. And yeah, because it's just I just find doing procedural lighting to just not be worth it. It's not really fun for me, and I think it can be so hard to get right. And I mean, like, if you like it, then I would, like, yeah, look at Aversion to Reality. If you like that stuff, go here. Look at the series on normals. If you watch this too, you won't probably just learn about normals, but you learn about, like, how to actually get clean textures and stuff like that, and how to, like, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff to learn from that. So I would highly recommend. Okay, so let's look down the list. Oh my god, I wish my phone would stop resetting their list every single time I put it on, every single time I locked it. It is making it hard to scroll down and remember where I was at. Oh, you know what? That's something that we should look at. So I don't know if this is a YouTube channel. I'm gonna check. Give me a second. Yeah, it can be pretty tedious doing it like that, but I also agree that just drawing the shadows. Wait, can't see it. Little hearts in the way. Pretty good as well. Or just having a flat lit. Yeah. I mean, I guess it just depends on the style that you're going for. Like, personally, I would like a more complicated style, but if I'm going to be trying to produce animations on my own, I really need to shed off the fat, I guess. It's the best way I can describe it. Like, I can't, like, I think there are more important, and like, I need to pick the elements I want to focus on that are worth the time. And I just don't think the lighting is that important enough. Like, I think it'd be more important to just focus on shapes and on animation. Um, yeah, so, and like just big outlines to separate sort of different things, because when you have time as a resource and you don't have so much time, you have to sort of pick and choose what you want to do. And that's the thing that I personally chose to sort of like ignore, because I will be experimenting with workflows to try reintroduce it in a way that works for me. But going forward, I probably will be avoiding any sort, like, for my, because as I said, I'm going to be working on my workload will be split into two. One where it's the main projects, where it's like the Miku project, for example, is one of the main sort of projects that aren't really meant to get me any sort of money or anything. It's more just me making stuff that I want to make. And then there's the second project, which is one that's actually supposed to be monetizable, where it's also supposed to be me just sort of continuing off what my channel's already doing, since I don't really want to completely pivot off what I'm doing, or else that might just be a bit annoying to people, because, like, yeah, just being like, oh, I'm going to do something completely different now. Thanks for subscribing. Let's follow me down this, like, follow me off this cliff, potentially. Like, I don't want to do that, so I'm just, yeah. So what was I doing? Oh, I was looking up the thing. Now this next one I'm going to show probably is going to be difficult to actually get useful. Oh, not useful, but it's going to be time consuming to get the information you want out of it. It would be GDC and the GDC Vault. They also have a website. It's very good, and it's now this is more games and game design stuff. But the thing is that especially with Blender, a lot of the stylized rendering is basically just real-time rendering. And when we're talking about real-time rendering, there's not really anyone who does it better than people that make games. So looking at how games are made is also a really good way. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm just going to stick with what I can currently do because I really just want to like have actually something that's like I don't want to just be working towards potentially making something all the time. I want to start just making stuff, and the secondary characters will. And I'll continue to look into better workflows, but yeah. Um, but what was I saying? Ah, yeah. So when it comes to like looking at rendering, yeah, look at people who make games. People who make like stylized games and how they do all their rendering tricks is also would probably be super useful for you because yeah, like it, there's honestly it's still real time rendering, and if they're making a stylized game real time rendering, then yeah, um, it's good. I personally can't remember any videos that are super relevant. Oh, actually, I think there's one that's the really famous one, the one that's what's it called? Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear. Let me see if I can just Guilty. Did I spell it right? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna just quickly Google it. Give me a second. I'm gonna go back here. Guilty Gear GDC. And here we go. I think I found it. Whoops. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so this is. I remember using GDC when I wanted to learn how they did. Yeah, that's what I'm showing you now. Yeah, maybe it's a little predictable, but I mean like even the classics are classics for a reason. Like yeah, this is a really good video, and you should like 100% watch it. Like, there's no reason not to watch it. Like, you should watch it. Like, watch it. Come on, what are you doing? So yeah, it's like a presentation about this studio, and they basically just talk about how they get the sort of anime look, and it's really good. It's really good. So that's what I mean. Like, I can't give you a lot of specific examples in GDC since yeah, like yeah, like like this is like what I think this was one of the things that got me into it too. Because I like originally I was looking at GDC because I was looking at the animation tip and tricks sort of thing, which was like very good videos. And then eventually I stumbled across this, and I was just like, damn, dude, damn, these characters they look really damn good. Like that's insane. And yeah, like the faces and stuff. And the other thing about this Guilty Gear 2 is that because it's you can like just buy the game on Steam, and after you buy it, you can use software to extract the meshes, and then you get to see like the topology they use and everything. And then like even if you're not interested in the modeling, you're more interested in how in doing proper rendering, you can use that as a template to build off of. And like I've done a bit of that as well. Um, I got the game sitting in my Steam library. I've never played it, but I've you know I got it there. Same for like the Battlefield, Battlefront 2, I think it's called. Battlefront 2? Or is it Star Wars Battlefront 2? I'm not sure. I remember I bought a game like that. I never played it, but I was using it because of the photogrammetry workflow, and I was looking at the assets and how it was made. So yeah, look at video games. Video games, very good. They do a lot of good work, even if it doesn't apply 100%. Good inspiration. Okay, time for me to go back to my phone and to find something else. I don't know how long I'm going to keep doing this, but until I get bored, I guess. It's quite late for me, but oh well. Let's find something. Oh, that's a channel I haven't looked at in a while. Alright. Yeah, like the models are so a lifesaver when it comes to reference. Like, I just have like a file of the different types of them, and like whenever I'm like doing characters sometimes, and I'm just like struggling, like I bring it up. Like especially like when I do I almost never do male characters, and it can be pretty. Yeah. Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad I got those chill vibes going. Like, yeah, because sometimes Sketchfab just doesn't have what you want, and sometimes the quality just isn't good enough. Like, especially when it comes to male characters, sometimes there's some good ones, but when it comes to downloadable ones that you can use for reference, that you can try to learn from, there's not really a lot of options. So having like a really well-made professional set of assets that you can look at and like help you with is it's just really good. All right, so let me look at this next one. I don't know if they still make videos. I haven't looked at this channel in a long time. Let's see. And alright, here we go. This one. Okay. So, what was I doing? What was I doing? Okay, yeah, this one. Okay. Now this is also another good channel with good stuff. Okay, it seems like they have recently posted something. That's cool. Yeah, because they were posting it like 3 years ago. So I guess that's why I haven't watched any of their stuff, because they just stopped posting. But, yeah, they got, I like this video. It has a good, like, another way of making clouds. It also has, like, distortion. So I thought this was really cool, because it gave me, like, sort of inspirations of not just using, like, flat images, but using, like, warping the environment as well to get the perspective that you want. So that was a really cool video, so I would check that one out. This one too, when they go into the compositor and they like use noise to sort of like distort the image in order to give a more like brushy edges. That's also like really good, and I would like recommend looking at it. And yeah, like they've just like other rendering videos, and maybe not everything in these videos like would apply to what you need, but I feel like just taking stuff in and just being exposed to like different things is just helpful. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, I've semi given up on like doing male characters because it's just I don't know. Personally, too, I just don't like making them as much. Like obviously, I would prefer just to like Yeah, like I've never seen noise used like it before too. It was really interesting. I'd never seen it like that. Like in this video, when you go into Compositor, they take like a displacement sort of node and they pump the image through it and then use your noise to do the displacement, and then it like breaks up the edges and of the thing, and it just yeah, it was really cool. And I was like, cool, I've never seen that before. So I would highly recommend looking at this video if you want to learn how to do that. It is a time lapse and it is a bit hard to follow, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, that's another reason I gave up on the scan that I posted to Twitter, because I'm like, after I did it, I was just like, do I really want to spend a bunch of time making an anime guy head? Like, I was like, it'd be so much easier if I just like downloaded like a female head and just did that instead. Because yeah, I don't like making things from scratch, especially when it comes to anime heads. Because one of the reasons I like anime is because of the standardized sort of style to it. So having to constantly make stuff from scratch is a bit of a pain, and because there's so many different sort of female anime heads and with different styles and stuff like that, and there's so much variety, it's a lot easier to just download it and then just make slight adjustments to get what you want. You know, it's probably not the. I probably can't do that now because I'm gonna have to try do the booth thing, but yeah. Alright, time to go back to my phone and to see what else we can find. God damn it, it reset and I'm back at the top of the list. Ah. Oops, that might have been loud. My mistake. Oh, this is a YouTube channel. Alright, now this is a popular one that most people probably would have already heard of already, but I might as well just show it because maybe there's someone who hasn't heard of it. Okay, 3, 2, 1, click. Okay, so this is the next one, Royal Skies. They have a lot of stuff. Now, a lot of their recent stuff is more this stuff type orientated. I'm not really sure what these videos are about. But he did go through a phase of making an anime sort of. Okay, let's get a playlist. It probably will be in a playlist. He makes a lot of videos. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, anime shading fast. Is that it? You should. I don't know, but there's some useful videos here. You know, you got like he goes through like a lot of animations type stuff and rigging stuff, and like he's also gone through some shading stuff, and you know he in his videos too he also like Yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe these weren't the most original things, but I don't know. I just get a lot of comments when I make stuff, especially when like I guess mainly when I make it on like when I post stuff to Reddit. People are like, "Oh wow, how do I make stuff like this?" So I guess when I post it to Reddit, that's more of a general audience. It's not as specific. Like obviously, people who are already interested in my stuff probably know that, but uh, yeah. Uh, I mean, like, yeah, this guy has like hundreds of thousands of like views. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be pretty familiar with it. But regardless of it, it's still worth mentioning because there's always probably there's like a person who just starts, and when we look at this person's videos, the most recent videos aren't getting that much views, so maybe they're not getting pumped through the algorithm as much. So maybe their older videos might not reach as far as they used to. So still like being like, hey, this is a person that has resources. It's still there. Check it out. I think it's worth mentioning. All right, time to go back to the list. Oh, actually, something I've been looking at a lot recently is like these retro styles. Um, I think I looked at it a bit back when it was the what is it called? Like there's this thing on Twitter, this sort of challenge. It's like 256 faces. You're gonna make a character out of something like that. I saw a lot of that back in the day. I didn't do it because I was like, that wasn't. I think it was during the time when I wasn't really making characters, so I didn't want to try it. So I was just like, it's just gonna look like shit. It's not worth the time. But because like I did not have a lot of confidence in my ability to make a character at that point. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. But recently, I've been getting into it too because I've been seeing like a lot of videos about like these type of retro styles and stuff like that. So I think I might show some of those just because I'm currently interested in that as well. And yeah, hopefully when I post this video, people will be like, oh, I didn't know about this. Thank you for sharing. As long as it's one person that gets something out of it, like I mean, it's good. It's good enough. So I've been really into the retro stuff. I sort of got sidetracked with it though because it was like, oh, looking at the retro stuff, and then oh, looking at videos about Mario 64 and how it rendered, and then I look at a video of this guy who's making his own sort of like Mario 64 render engine sort of thing, and then you fall down the rabbit hole of watching like speed runs and glitches that are like cosmic ray and stuff like that. It's just like, wait, what was I doing again? And so yeah, I sort of got sidetracked a bit, and I want to get back into it. I'm probably going to make a video at some point doing a retro character just because I want to give it at least a try because it looks like it'd be fun. So I'm just going to go. Let's go and Google some of these videos. How to make damn it. Actually, I don't really remember which one of these videos were actually good and what they were about. Um, Whatever. I'm just gonna share a bunch of videos, and you can you can just check it out for yourself because I don't actually remember too well. Yeah, I get sidetracked a lot. That's just the curse of YouTube. There's just so much information. Sometimes you just go down the wrong path and you look at the wrong stuff. Oops, that's not how you spell. Okay, so this is one of the videos. Let's get another one. This video also starts with how to. Probably not the best way to optimize the search. Actually, no, it probably would be the best way to optimize the search result. Never mind. Actually, I don't know. What am I talking about? And I think the last one is called this one? No. Damn it. How do you spell this person's name? Damn it. It might seem like it's not a big deal that I don't remember the name, but I'm pretty sure the video starts with them explaining how their name is spelled and what it is each time, so... Okay, think. How do I... What is it called? Oh, I found it! Ah, there we go. There we go. Where is it? Okay, cool. So let's go back to OBS and we'll switch in 3, 1. There we go. So this first one, this one. PS1 Object Guide. I think this is a good video. I don't 100% remember, but you know, I liked it, so I guess it is. And another one is this one. I think this is also potentially a good video. Don't 100% remember, but yeah, that's also another one. And then we got this channel, which is a bit more like actually explaining how they do stuff. So I would recommend checking out this channel as well, because they make some good stuff. Like, they have only 3 videos, but still, the 3 videos they do have are pretty good, so... And they're making Miku stuff too, so that's awesome. Miku. So they have like videos explaining their workflow and how they made like these sort of low poly stylized N64 sort of thing. So yeah, if you want to like experiment with other stylized styles, you know, which I'm probably going to do at some point, but I got a lot of things I want to do, so I'm not probably going to do it anytime soon, but I will at some point attempt a low poly character. But yeah, and if you want to, so yeah, that's something else I recommend checking out. So I guess just, yeah, this channel. Check out this channel. Pretty good. Made some good videos. Okay, time to go back to the list. Oh, this is a really good video, actually. Oh, you're right. Yeah. I will be throwing these. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that at the end. I'll just chuck it into the chat, and I'll also just, when I make the video, I hope I can, when like I upload the stream, I'll just throw it into the description as well. I have no idea how to actually save the video from YouTube or anything like that. I barely got it working, so I don't know what's going to happen. I really hope I don't mess something up and accidentally delete the stream bot. I hope it's just automatically saved. Please be automatically saved. Please, for the love of God, be automatically saved. But, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully, yeah, after I'm done with the stream, I'll put it into the description. I'll put it into the chat, and yeah. Okay, next channel to look at is this one. Oh wait, I need to switch so I can look it up. What's this called? Why is it not coming up? Did I misspell that? Oh, I think I found it. Oh, yeah, I'll figure it out. It'll be easy peasy. Okay. Next one is this channel. This channel, I haven't watched a lot of their videos, admittedly, but some of the videos I have watched, they're really good. I think the video that I would want to recommend that I think you should 100% watch is this one. Design Principles, How to Use Reference. 3D Reference. 2D Reference. Both of them. Like, it's a really good video. It basically just breaks down how to actually use reference. Because obviously in a lot of my videos, I'm like, oh, I'm using this for reference, I'm using this for reference, I'm using this for reference. But I don't really ever explain how you're supposed to actually use reference, what you're supposed to be looking at, the things you're supposed to be taking away from it, you know, the different types of references that you need, and stuff like that, and how you can use different sort of things for reference, what makes good reference. I haven't really made or really gone over any of that in my videos. And I think this video is really good, and I think it explains a lot of those elements really, really well. So this design principle is how you use reference. And yeah, I haven't really watched a lot of the other things, but just by looking at the thumbnails, they're obviously really high quality. They make a lot of good stuff. And they also introduce both 2D and 3D elements, which I think is really good and really important, and something that I probably should do more of. But yeah, watch this video. Very good. 100%. Recommend. 10 out of 10. It's 4 years old. Damn, that's really old. But yeah. Yeah, like for me when I found it, it was like a hidden gem, and like they don't have a lot of like subscribers, but they make really good stuff. Like I think I was watching another video when they were doing like sculpting or something in VR or something like that. I think that's what they were doing. I can't 100% remember. And I was just like, damn, I have a headset. Maybe I should try that because like I've been doing really into sculpting and stuff. So I thought, you know, maybe I should do that. That looks like it's fun. Like, so yeah, so that's something else I've been thinking about doing. Like, I want to do the low poly. I want to try maybe do some of the stuff in the VR headset. Like, yeah, it's yeah, this is a good channel. I would check it out. I don't have a lot to say about it, unfortunately, because I haven't watched that many videos, and it was quite a while ago when I did watch it. But yeah, I give it my certified recommendation. Okay. Oh, this is a cool thing to probably show people. Let's go into it. How do I spell this? Okay, so VR sculpting as always looks interesting to me. I always wanted to try it, but never got to it. Yeah, same here. Like I saw it and I was just like, damn, that looks cool. I want to do that, and then I just never did it. I was like, oh, that looks so cool. I'm definitely going to do it. And it's like, anyway, just just never do it. Just walk away. And it's like, oh, okay. But I will do it eventually. I'm putting my foot down and I'm stating it publicly that that is and shall and will be done. So, the next video is this one. Now, this video, I don't remember where it's... So, this one requires a bit of context because basically... Actually, no, I'm going to look up the original thing. Actually, he might have it linked in the description, actually. Documentation... whatever. I don't know. But basically, I think this is the video that it has basically mixes two elements from two other videos, where there's this one add-on where it's like, how do I describe it? It basically turns your render into like a painterly drawing by doing like brushstrokes and stuff. And you know what? I think I need to actually find the video to describe it, or else it's just going to be too complicated. Give me one moment. Oh wait, I think it's this one. Oh wait, I should probably switch. Don't want to show you a blank screen of absolutely nothing, or my search history in the search bar. Turn 3D models into master something pieces. Okay, let's switch back. This one. So this is a video that basically takes this render here that you can see and then uses a sort of overlay effect on top of the render to create this sort of brush sort of effect. And it's like a compositing sort of trick that looks really, really good. And then there was this other video that I watched, which, let's see if I can... You know what? I'm going to try search for it as well. 1 second. Probably should have found both videos before trying to go explaining it, but oh well. Even if you don't learn. Okay, this one. So this one takes the render and creates sort of a compositing overlay effect, which basically paints over strokes, which looks really good. And this video is about painting normals on objects to create a sort of painterly effect. So instead of using like a normal map, you color pick the normal map and you paint it like you would a texture. So that's this workflow and that's this workflow. And I think this video mixes both those workflows together so that it takes the compositing, but instead of just painting over the color, it paints over the normal maps like in this workflow. So you have a painterly sort of 3D object that also reacts to lighting. I think that's what this video is. I might be completely wrong. It might actually be another video. But I don't know. Maybe it's this video. I don't remember. But if it is, then, check it out. Look at it, watch all three. I think this is a really cool and interesting workflow that has a lot of potential. Once again, it's one of the things I want to try, but I just haven't got around to doing it because there's just only so much time. So, like, just add that to a list. That's what this stream is pretty much coming down to now. Look at all these cool things that I want to do. But yeah, I think this is like very good, and you should probably check it out. It's a different take on doing 3D rendering stylized. and who knows, maybe it might inspire you to do something with it, and then maybe make something cool and original that everyone wants to see. I don't know. But regardless of like whether you wanted to take this workflow, I think just watching these videos and seeing how they use the technical aspect to basically create the stylization is just good knowledge, and it will give you like a good sort of, how do I say, like instinct almost to it on how to like do this type of stuff. So like when you want to try something, you want to approach something, instead of being like, damn, how could I go about doing this? By just exposing yourself to all these different workflows, all these different things that all these different people are doing, you start to be like, you start to build, whenever you want to do something, you'll have an idea of how you could go about doing it. And maybe you don't know all the steps, but at least you have enough steps where you'll be able to creatively figure out, the holes along the way and fill them yourself. So maybe I'm going a little bit too tangent on with some of these videos, because they don't necessarily, teach you how to do stylized stuff. It's more just does it for you. But I think just in itself, seeing how people do stuff is important. Yeah, just so many projects that I want to do. That's why that's why I was just like, this Miku project. I'm doing the Miku project. I don't care if it takes me half a year to do it. I like, it's something that I wanted to do for a while now, and I just haven't done it because I'm like, oh, I need to just focus on, figuring out a workflow that could actually work. But no, it's time to make something that's actually like an actual piece of media that stands on its own without. Yeah, I guess that's the best way I can talk about it. Just a piece of media that stands on its own. Okay, so let's go back to the list. This isn't 100% to do like modeling stylized characters, but I think it's still relevant, so I'll look at this one. Let's go and look it up. Oh yeah, brand scopes. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, I'll show that one after I show this one. Like that's also a really good one. I can't believe I forgot about that one. Like, I'm pretty sure that's why I started. That's why I did the whole and that's why I changed my format in the first place. Because I used to just do Actually, I'll get to it when I'll get to it. I'll do that one next. We'll first look at this one, and then I'll talk about that one. All right. So let's switch to this one. This guy. I don't know how to say the name, but it's So this one's more focused on animation, and there's a lot of like animation stuff like that. But it also has a lot of stylized stuff as well, because you know he's animating stylized characters. And oh, is that the Goo Engine die? Oh, I should probably talk about that as well. Damn. Okay, but first, where am I looking at? There was a particular thing I wanted to show, but oh well. But you can look here, like he has like special effects with the animations, like with this fire and stuff, and he does like smears and doing cloth simulations, and I think it's some stylized VFX here as well. So he has a lot of cool stylized stuff, and if you're more interested in doing like effects and like, I think this is something that would be really good at looking at. I think too, just learning animation, like even if you're not getting really good at it, just thinking about like the poses and like the line of actions and like the weighting, like I think it would really help just modeling characters and sculpting in general, because you know it's also about looking at the forms and how the weight distribution and making it balanced and stuff like that. So even if you're not, you know, if you're bored and you got nothing else to do, even if it doesn't seem super relevant to modeling characters, I feel like it's still, you have something to get from it, even if it's not specifically what you're going to do. So yeah, I think this is definitely another channel that you should be looking at, and it has a lot of good stuff. And apparently too, they get a lot of people that are also relevant. So it seems like, I guess he does collabs and stuff with people, which is cool. I haven't watched a lot of his videos, but from the ones that I have seen, they're pretty good. Yeah, animating is quite difficult. Like, it's very... I think it's one of the reasons I stopped doing it, because I was animating for a really long time, and it just felt like I wasn't improving. And then when I did, like, the anime character for the first time on Twitter, like, I think it was, like, the Fubuki one. Fubuki? Is that what it's called? Is that what they call it? There's a One Punch Man character. When I did that, it, like, blew up, and it was just, like, got heaps of likes. I was like, damn. Like this, I've done like what I did like one character back in the day, and now it's like, and like it was terrible, and I do this, and it's fine, and people are really liking it. Like, so I was like, oh, it seems like people like this more, so I started doing that more. And like so yeah, I mean, animation is hard, and I just, I don't know why, but it's, like personally for me, it's really hard for me to wrap my head around animation. It's like I really struggle with it. I don't know why. I think it's one of the reasons I moved away from it, because I just found it too difficult. But I'm going to do animating again, because the Miku project requires animating. So I'm going to get back into it. Yeah, the person with the green hair, he does the Goo Engine. I'll probably go over that in after I do the brand scopes guy. So let's look up brand scopes. Okay, boom, brand scopes. Now, I'm pretty sure literally everyone who has seen my videos probably would have already seen this guy's content. So, I mean, yeah, like he which one was it? The one with the Mario character. Where are they? It like went viral and it had like 1,000,000 views. Where is it? Oh, this one. Oh, two. Wow, damn, dude. That's so many views. Holy crap. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure you guys are seeing this. Like, honestly, it's this video here that inspired me to actually make the, like, content that I make with, like, the overviews and stuff like that. Because you know, I used to just do the time lapses because I was like, oh, I work on it, I'll do the time lapses, and that's used to be all I did because I didn't think anyone would want to listen to me ranting on about how I do stuff, or like that's a big what is it called? Yeah, it's really big. Like, holy crap! I did not realize it got that big. Like, that's a lot of views, man. So yeah, like I at the time I watched it too, I'm pretty sure I only had like almost. I'm not even sure if it was up to 1 million yet. And but I was just like, damn, people actually like, because I think that was the first video I saw of his channel too, and I'm like, wow, people are like, they're into this content where they see you like talk about you making like they want to see the process, they want to see how it's made. So I was just like, well, I make anime characters. I don't quite make it as good as that, but I reckon I could do that. Like I might as well since I'm already doing it. So then I made the Buki one, and yeah, that video like I went from my videos getting like no views to like boom, it got 64k views. I was just like, okay, I guess the algorithm really wants to see this now, because that video basically like I guess like just made it so that those type of analysis videos about workflows and stuff like that on making the 3D characters, like I think that just like was like proved that it was like people want to watch that. So after that video came out, I think YouTube was like recommending other videos that are like it as well, like really hard. So I think that's why my first video that I did of like the talking and stuff like that, like got so many views, was just because of the amount of like views that this video got. It just like spread out, and everyone just got heaps of views. Which reminds me of a different character, a different person that I should look at. So I'm going to switch back to here. Nope, that's not. Oh wait, yes it is.
If we want to.
Okay. Let's go back to OBS. 3, 2, 1. Wait, before I do that. Yeah, I mean, like in hindsight, it makes sense that those type of videos are actually really helpful. But I don't know. I just like I don't know. I never really watched sort of overview videos like that before. Like I watched a lot of tutorials, but the tutorials were like, this is how you do this very like, and like when it comes to like a tutorial of making like a whole character, the only time that I've seen tutorials that are actually worth anything when it comes to that are the ones that were like, you know, the one that I showed up a while ago when it was like 2 hours and something, when it goes into a lot of detail. So I don't know. I think I honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. Honestly, it makes complete sense that it would be good, but I was just like, it's fine. People can just look at the time lapse. The time lapse is enough. The time lapse is like, like why do they need me to explain anything to them if they have the time lapse that basically shows them everything anyway? So I think that's what was going through my head. So I was just like, I don't need to do that. Like, but yeah. Eventually, I realized that actually, because when I came to watching my own videos, it's just like, fuck, I don't want to watch my fucking stupid ass 2 hour long video. I really wish this was condensed. And then I watched that video. I was just like, oh, damn, that's probably what I should be doing. Okay. But yeah. But going to another channel that does stuff similar to that, this one. What is this called? Vertex Arcade. Now they made, yeah, this Galaxy Girl. So that's this one. How old was this? 9 months ago, 5 months ago. Yeah, so this is a video that's also similar format to this type of video. And he also has a lot of good tutorials showing you how to do different types of things, which are like really good and stuff. Like, will tablet improve your 3D models? If you saw my community note on like get a tablet, this was the motivation for that. Because I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, should I make a video about that? I'm like, no, I don't think that's necessary. I'll just say what I think my opinion is. Just tell them what it is straight up. But yeah, if you want to know more information about should you get a tablet, this is a good video. Though I would say just get a tablet. I really don't see why you wouldn't. Like, it can be sort of expensive, but it's like why would you deprive yourself of a tool that's just so like useful when it comes to like painting or sculpting or something like that? Like, it's really hard to do that with a mouse. Like, it's pretty much not worth doing with a mouse. This is the correct. I think getting the tablet is just the correct answer. But yeah, he also has like a mannequin, and he has like this shading. Oh, this shading video is really good. I recommend watching this one 100%. And yeah, he has like a lot of good videos, so I would recommend watching this channel as well. It has a lot of good stuff. Yeah, yeah, a tablet's just really, really, really useful. I can't stress enough how how you should have a tablet. I have subscriptions? Huh. Anyway, I didn't realize I subscribed to stuff on this channel. I think excuse me. Sorry about that. What was I going to be looking at? There was something I was going to be doing. Oh, green hair guy. Yeah. Let's go. Oh wow, this guy's a lot more popular than I thought. Oh damn. Okay. Wow, he's really popular. Holy shit, how did I not know that? Okay. Oh wait, what was the comment? Yeah, there was the first one I watched from that channel too, was the anime shading one. And I was just like, yeah, this is like, it's like really, I feel like that channel is really good at explaining stuff. They explain things in very like well and like the opposite of me, that they're very good at explaining things. They're very good at using their words. They're very good at like communicating what they're trying to do and showing it in a simple way. Like I think it's like I think it was a really good video, and it was like really easy to understand, and like and not only that, but the workflow itself was also like really well thought out and simple to apply. So yeah. But green hair guy, it's stuff about the GUI engine. I would look into the GUI engine if I was you and you were interested in rendering. I don't use it all that much because I just am lazy and like that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, I'm just lazy. Like, I installed it. Like, I just have like I've used it in the past for certain characters because of the No, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I yeah. No, I probably come off a lot better in my videos because they're actually scripted and like actually put in time to like think about what am I actually saying? How do I say this in a way that isn't just a rambling and just explains what I'm saying? But I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I would look into the GUI engine. I think it's pretty good. I've used it before. The project that I used it for was I was going to describe it, but I might as well just show it to you. Twitter. My profile. Uh-oh, I hope I'm not showing this right now. No, I'm not. Good. I don't think there's anything here that's bad if I show you, but once again, I gotta be safe. I don't know if I might accidentally show something that's bad, so I need to be careful. Especially Twitter. Twitter has not safe for work stuff on it, and I'm pretty sure I turned it off recently because I had a bunch of accounts that was following me and they had not safe for work art, and I couldn't look at any of it because I didn't add my birth age to the freaking account. So I was just like, okay. I'll just add some fake age to it because I want to see what people are actually making. Where is it? God, I made this thing a while ago. Ah, here it is. Hopefully this works. Yeah, so this character was the character that I made that used the Goo engine, and it specifically used it for the hair highlights. It used the SDF, sign distance fields, whatever the acronym is, and it was really easy to use because like normally when I paint on it, it's really hard to paint because especially on the hair because it's like it's all it like curves into itself and it overlaps and it's just a mess. But with the SDF, you could just project it onto the texture and it just worked really well. So that was like the first test I did for Goo Engine. I was just like, oh wow, that's actually like really useful. And yeah, but the problem with it was that when I tried exporting it and putting it on Twitter, I forgot that I opened up the wrong Blender. And that was the thing that was pissing me off with it, is that every single time I pressed start and I typed in Blender, I wasn't opening up Goo Engine. I kept opening up Blender by mistake. And I kept not noticing it because a lot of things are the same. And when I was doing the renders to just display it, yeah, I didn't have the highlights in there, and I didn't notice until I already posted it, and I was just like, ah, god damn it, whatever. So I think that's the main reason I stopped using it, but it is really good. It has other things where you can put objects in front of other objects. Yeah. I guess I think that's why I liked it so much too, because you don't really notice it. It just looks like it was painted, but it's just so clean. I think that's why I liked it. That's probably why you didn't notice it, because it just fits so well. And I was just like, so yeah, using those patterns were really good, and but and it also has other features. So yeah, if you're into it, maybe check out Goo Engine. It has a lot of stuff that is really useful. Okay. How long have we been streaming for? Oh wow, we haven't even been streaming for that long. It's only been like an hour, maybe? Uh-oh. Let me have a look at the YouTube thingy. Oh wait, 2 hours? Have I been streaming for 2 hours? Yeah, here's the pain. Alright, I think I might look at one more example, and then I might call it, because it's very late for me. And some of the stuff that I was planning to show I can't, because my computer's being a pain in the arse. So, who is going to be lucky last as a person that... Yeah, I can't count. I don't remember when I started. I thought I started at 2, but it says it's 3. I don't know. Alright. Who is going to be lucky last? Let's have a look. Oh crap, you know what it might have been? It might have been this video actually. Wait, this isn't going to be lucky last, I'm just going to show this one because I think this might have been, when I was talking about painting the normals with the brush strokes, it might actually be this video. Strokes, that's not how you spell. Um, okay, this one. I don't know if I showed this one. I might have shown this one already, but I think this is part of the. Yeah, this one's related. This might have been the actual one. So, did I show that one already? That one, that one, that one. No, I didn't show that one. So this might have been the one where it introduces all the elements. I don't know. It's like a series. All these videos interrelate, and you should probably watch them all. But yeah, I forgot to mention it might have been this one. I don't know, but there it is. Okay, now time to look at the, what is it called? Last example. Damn, there was something I was thinking about before that I was like, oh, this is related to this, I should probably show it. But I forgot. So, damn. Yeah, I've personally never used geometry nodes before. It's something that looks powerful and I would want to get into it, but it's one of the things where I've just been like, you know what, no, I'm not getting into it. I don't have the time to look into it. Like, there's so many other different things that I'm trying to do. Like, I need to just, there's certain things I need to just accept that I just don't have time to learn that as well. Some people might be like, oh no, it just, go into it, but nah. I think it's just too much. I think it's a rabbit hole that I don't want to go down. Like installing it and just using a tool that's already pre-made, yeah, I'm down with that. But trying to like learn geometry nodes, how to put it together, how it works, I think that's too much. I gotta focus. I think that would be stretching my interests a little too far. Hmm. Yo, what is up, Android? The editor? Hi, guy, man. I'm just looking up one more example to show as a thing that you can look at to try learn stylized art and stuff. Actually, have I shown this one? I don't know. Let's have a look. Um, Alright, so the last person I'll be going over that might be worth checking out and you should probably see is this person. What are they called? I scrolled it down too much. Active Motion Pictures. So they do a lot of stylized art as well. You can see that they have normal editing, real-time shading thingy. I'm pretty sure they do a lot of stuff for like Guilty Gear characters too. But yeah, you can see that they do like a lot of stylized characters, and it looks pretty good. So, I haven't watched this guy's videos in a while, So I think the last ones I watched was like years ago, like the Guilty Gear ones. But yeah, they got a lot of good videos probably, and like just by looking at the thumbnail, some of these already like, oh, I wonder how to do that. That looks interesting. Or 2D lip sync, yeah, hell yeah. This looks pretty cool. That looks really nice. That sort of rim lighting. I wonder how they do that. But yeah, I think this is the last video I'll show. This not video of this channel, because I think this channel probably has a lot of cool stuff in it as well. So I haven't watched I haven't watched a video in a long time, so I don't 100% remember. But I'm pretty sure this is the channel that basically introduced the whole concept of ripping the models from Guilty Gear's game to have a look at it, because he had the files for it, and I was just like, what? I was like, at first I was like, damn, dude. I can't believe he was able to model it so perfectly. But then I realized in the comments, people were like, "Oh, how did you get the model? How did you rip the model?" And I was just like, "Wait, he ripped it? How do you do that?" And I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. That's also awesome." But yeah, he has like videos. Wait, how far down is it? Damn, how many years ago was it that I watched this? Damn, dude. Oh, I think I'm pretty sure I watched this ice shader video. That was pretty good. So that was back when I was doing more environment stuff, and I was yeah. So that's a pretty good video. But yeah, I think that is going to be. Oh wait, actually, one more channel I want to recommend. Just give me a second. Boom, this guy, yeah. Like, this is a amazing channel. Like, I've heard that the person who makes this is just, quite the awesome person. Apparently, he's like a genius and super handsome and just apparently the best person in the world. So, yeah, make sure to like and subscribe this guy's content. uh, but yeah, I think that is it for this stream. I've been talking for a while, and it's quite late for me. So I'll post the the links now in the chat one by one. And how do I do that? I can view the chat. How do I post to it? Wait, give me a moment. Does it save to chat when you do YouTube? I don't know. Yeah, this person is mighty cool and epic, honestly. Like, allegedly, from what I've heard from others, But yeah, do you know at all if the actual chat gets saved or not during the thing? I honestly don't watch a lot of streaming stuff, so I don't know how any of this works. It might. Seems like there's quite a long delay, so I'm gonna wait a moment. Oh, thanks, man. You too, bro. Like, I hope you have luck with your projects and stuff like that. Thanks for like sitting through this whole thing. Like, honestly, having you here to go back and forth to, it was really helpful. Like, I was like ready to just present basically to no one and then just upload it as a video that just, as I said, just check marks all those things I wanted to talk about and just update people on. But yeah, having you here definitely made it much, much, much easier. So yeah, thanks for that, bro. Like, I appreciate it a lot. Alright. So, I think I won't post it in the chat because I don't know if that's even going to get saved, but I will be adding all these links to the description. So, people in the future, when you see this, look in the description. All the links will be there. It is your, I don't know, golden pot at the end of this long, long 2-hour rainbow. Alright, thank you for watching. And now I'm going to try and figure out how to end the stream. In 3, 2, 1. Till next time.